Today we're going to look at the book of Obadiah, and we only have one session to look at it, so listen quickly. Today we're going to answer the question, am I my brother's keeper? Cain aptly asked the question of his brother Abel. Who am I? Am I supposed to take care of my brother? Here's the answer in Obadiah. In Obadiah, you have the Edomites, and God speaks to them and says, I'm going to destroy you. He says, you who live in the cleft of the rock, in your lofty dwelling place. See, they thought they were safe. You say, who will bring me down to the ground? They were pride and had arrogance. That's a problem. He says, all your allies have driven you to your border. Those who were at peace with you have deceived you. They've prevailed against you. They've set a trap for you. So your allies are going to double cross you, he says. Why? Verse 10. Because of the violence done to your brother Jacob. What are you talking about? I didn't hurt Israel any. Verse 11, on the day you stood aloof, on the day that strangers carried off his wealth, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots for Jerusalem, you gloated over your brother in the day of his misfortune. Verse 13, you entered the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Do not gloat over his disaster. Don't loot his wealth. Don't stand at the crossroads and cut off his fugitives. Hand over his survivors in the day of distress. Israel was being attacked by a foreign nation, carried off by the Babylonians, and the Edomites, their brothers, because Jacob and Esau were brothers. What happens? They're pointing a finger and saying, ha ha, we told you so. See, it serves you right. And they gloated. In fact, they not only gloated as they watched it, they took advantage of people who were in the city. They took advantage of people fleeing the city. And God says, because of this, it was years ago, hundreds of years ago, I'm going to destroy you. You have a huge responsibility to your brother. 1 John chapter 4, verses 7 and 8, Beloved, let us love one another. For love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God knows God. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. You must love your brother, your sister, your fellow man. That is part and parcel of being a Christian. That means that you help him when he has needs that you can help. That means that you never are happy over his misfortune. You never say it serves you right. It means that you never take advantage of a person who is in need. That's like the double negative. Never, 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 never do this. God is going to ultimately protect the underdog. Even though they've acted like a dog, God's going to protect them. And he did that for Israel. They had bad morals, and they were getting judged for it. But when somebody jumped on and took advantage, God said, oh, no. No. You should have been there to help them. Now, you and for me, in your life, you have people that you can help. The Bible says, withhold not good from them to whom it is due, and it is in the power of thine hand to do it. When you can help somebody, you should help somebody. If they're a fellow believer, you must help them. I'll bet you've got someone living in your home that needs your help. That's the first place you ought to go. God is going to hold us accountable for how we treated our brother. The answer is yes. You are your brother's keeper. Cain, your answer? Yes, you were your brother's keeper.